Ishibon and Guru in the house, back with another bang on episode where, ladies and gentlemen, I can't. Oh my god. Whew. You've seen the thumbnail. I don't even have words to describe exactly what am I going to actually discuss in this episode. Of course, it's Antoine Griezmann, man. Yes! Arsenal are really looking for Antoine Griezmann. Should I even stress how they should not go for it? I don't know, man. I don't know. He's not had a very good career with Barcelona, but that does not mean that he is not a potent attacker. I'm pretty much sure he is. But the best part of Antoine Griezmann coming to Arsenal is coming up in the video shortly. And of course, we're going to discuss Arsenal versus Tottenham. The chances today evening we're going to have a chat. You can join in. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links of which are in the description. Send me a DM and you could have a chance to feature to voice your opinion about if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're whatever fan you are. I think we're going to start with the Arsenal fans to talk about the North London derby, but of course we would want other fans also to join in. So support any club, whatever you want, but there is going to be a strong debate wherein you guys can actually come in and we can actually have a big word. So let's start the episode. First of all, we've got Antoine Griezmann coming to Arsenal. No, I'm not joking, damn it. It's coming from a source, and it's actually the second time that I'm actually reporting it before the summer transfer window already. So, according to diariogoal.com, yes, diariogoal.com, Arteta and Edu have made it clear that if Antoine Griezmann chooses to leave Barcelona this summer, they will be waiting for him in London with open arms. He has an offer on the table, but at the moment it is more than rejected. Yes. Yes. Now, with the arrival of Joan Laporta, things could change. There are many who point out that Griezmann will most likely be one of those packing his bags this summer. Barcelona need to raise funds to sign Haaland. Griezmann will assess his future in the summer. Erling Haaland's stocks has skyrocketed, so Griezmann would want to move away. Now, the big question is, how exactly is that going to be working out? Like, seriously, is Griezmann getting out? What is it? What is it? How exactly Arsenal are planning to get? I've already mentioned Edu wants it, so you already got that reference already. So let's talk about what does Edu want. Edu recently had a meeting with Stan Kroenke. Yes, he did, with the club owners. So he was presenting to the club owners this week. He laid out plans to reorganize the club's worldwide scouting and recruitment operation and compete for the best young talents, as Arsene and Rowley did in what now seems a different universe. This is according to the Mail Sport. We're going to get in detail of this one. So it is thought that Edu's contacts in Brazil and Argentina will help the pursuit of teenage prospects who, with senior games behind them early, pose fewer visa complications. Contacts in France and Spain going back to the Wenger era remain strong. So let's get into a bit of detail here. So there's a report from Ian Herbert for the Daily Mail. He said that Arsenal once held bold ambitions to emulate Bayern Munich as a spending power, but on-field failures are hurting Arsenal. So how? Like, seriously, how can Arsenal get back to where they were? So talking about the reality, that is actually Arsenal's financial results published last week revealed that after 16 straight profitable years, during which they enjoyed a £393 million surplus, they have reported 2 successive years of losses in a cumulative £86 million gone. And as financial analyst Swiss Ramble's examination of the figures showed, Arsenal now trail other members of the Big Six, most symbolically Tottenham, who they meet on Sunday. The 17 million TV money earned after their last 32 Europa League knockout compared to 69 million for Spurs, who sit 2 places above them in the latest Deloitte Money League, having driven £51 million more in revenue. What is happening at Arsenal? Well, one by one, you've seen a lot of people leave. Gazidis, Sven Mislintat, a lot of things have happened. But Swiss Ramble's comparative study shows that Arsenal are still running the 3rd highest losses in the Premier League, surpassed only by Everton and Chelsea. Edu's PowerPoint presentation is not the only solution being formulated by a club who have received no funding from Stan Kroenke in the last 5 years, at a time when 7 sides in the Premier League have been given more than 100 million. So now, Edu's contacts plus the incoming head of football operations, Richard Garlick, will be part of a setup designed to ensure the panic contracts given to Ozil, Willian are consigned to the past. Under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal's academy is coming to the fore again. The club are interested in bringing in Tariq Lamptey. Yes, Tariq Lamptey is on as well. So, but pressure is on to convince Arsenal's young players that there is a route to the first team football. That's a big question. Plus, Arsenal are looking to extend contracts of Foldrin Balogun and Emil Smith-Rowe. Both will be getting a new contract as well. Now, after a protest by the Arsenal Supporters Trust, they actually protested against they included popular supporter liaison officer Mark Brindle, who communicates with the club's 250 fan groups to stay. Arsenal wanted him gone, but he's supposed to stay. So because of the pressure, Arsenal have kept him in the job. So from the outside, some of 55 non-playing redundancies designed to stem financial losses look baffling and ill-judged also. So let's see where Arsenal will end up right now. Right now, I mean, what looks like it, the projects have already been submitted, and it looks like I don't know. I think Edu has already convinced Stan Kroenke to actually the ideas that is actually going on. But let's talk about more stuff. Well, let's talk about some different stuff that we have for you here. Is that Hector Bellerin shares this image here. He says, "It wasn't that long ago when I learned about the fears and thoughts that go through a woman's head every time they are alone in public spaces. It wasn't until I was in my current relationship that I started to understand the gravity of this issue. What struck me the most was that for her, all these safety tools were just normal, ingrained in her and in her behavior. To me, it was something I couldn't get my head around. This is not something for women to change or adapt to. This is something for us men to step up and work on." So basically, he's actually, sharing a message to all the men to trying to be protective towards women and stop being jerks. Very well said, Hector. Very well said. Very well said. I appreciate that. Well, moving on, Arsenal's academy actually, yes, they lost the game against Blackburn Rovers. Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah started the game, but it was a 3-0 loss. Yeah, it was a 3-0 loss, and it's really frustrating, isn't it? But anyways, that's what it is. But moving on, so Arsenal ex-player Arshavin opened up about the current Arsenal season. He said, "Comparing with their performance in the league, it's completely different in the Europa League. Arsenal were so strong in the group stage. We went through the group stage very easily, but now, of course, we're expecting much stronger opposing teams. I like some young players like Saka, but if you want to win, you have to talk about the team performance. One player can decide one game, maybe 2 games, but to go all the way through, you must be strong as a team. That is the point for Arteta, to get everyone together." So yes, unreal, isn't it? It's really great to come, to hear out what he had to say. But Alan Smith has opened up about Arteta. He says, "I bet Mikel Arteta can't believe what he's seeing at times. His players have successfully taken on board so many of his methods, only to undo the good work with a stupid error. As a manager, it must be difficult to find a solution because you're depending on players making decisions at key points. That's hard to coach. It's more about game intelligence and composure from the individual." That is beautifully crafted. If I was Alan Smith, I'd give him a pat on the back. That was beautifully crafted. Anyways, so let's talk about more stuff. Well, Premier League boss has made a major announcement. Yes, he has a stadium announcement that will impact Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham. Now, what he has to say, Richard Masters, he actually has. So, according to Richard Masters, he believes that Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, West Ham, Crystal Palace and Fulham could all have full stadiums at the start of next season. Now, bar a brief period in the autumn in which 2,000 supporters could attend some home matches, as we saw. But then, okay, the lockdown was imposed again. So, in time for the final game of the season, but attendances will be limited to either 10,000 or 25% capacity of the stadium, whichever is smaller. However, Johnson laid out plans for the UK, Boris Johnson, to drop most coronavirus-related restrictions from June 21. And on the 1-year anniversary of the Premier League being suspended, Masters says that he hopes full stadiums will be possible for the kick-off to next season. He says, "The government's roadmap is really welcome because it sets out a plan for a return of supporters. So hopefully the final 2 fixtures of our season will have up to 10,000 supporters in them all. We've got to go to past. We got to go past those initial steps in the government's roadmap to get there. So hopefully that will be fantastic finale to the end of our season. From beginning of the next season onwards, our goal is to have full stadia, and obviously the government's roadmap offers us that opportunity. There's a lot of water to pass under the bridge before that can happen, but that's our ultimate goal. That the return of full vibrant Premier League stadia and a return or to the normal Premier League. Now he was asked to clarify whether the ultimate dream is full stadiums. He said yes. We've got to get from step 1 through to step 4 of the government's roadmap. We've got to have a look at the national picture and also work with the government to create the conditions to be able to make that happen. As I said, a lot of things have got to happen at the right times to get there, but we believe it's an achievable goal. So it looks like Richard Masters is actually talking about the vaccination programs and everything. He believes that by the start of next season, there will be a stadia full of fans, and of course, we are going to have the Premier League of the past back. I don't know without masks or not, but whatever it is. So with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be. The discussions are coming back to this channel again, and I'm pretty much sure that I would want to keep it on a daily basis. With this, we end this episode. Well, you know what you got to do if you seek daily Arsenal content, but it's not just about Arsenal. I would want a lot of football fans to join in on the debate that we would want to come in as well. So with this, I end this episode. Cheers. I will see you in the next one.